Well, Easter's come and gone. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, not a whole lot has changed, except now I can have meat on Fridays again. Which, man, I am telling you, I've been trying to keep this to myself, but man, for whatever reason this year, I never used to obsess about having meat on Fridays during Lent, but man, I was always craving it, but I can't have it, so I was SOL. Um, but other than that, oh, and also I can have the ranch at Nick's again. I gave that up for Lent, and for good reason. Um, if you guys know, you know. Um, so I can have that again as well. But yeah, things are in some ways back to normal. Not really much changed in the way of, a daily routine. But it is nice. I mean, Easter is one of my favorite days of the year. I talked about that at length yesterday. And, thankfully this week, I'll definitely be able to take a little bit of time to, because this week barring something crazy happening, I do plan on taking a couple videos to catch up on some things that I've watched and seen. To be honest, there was one video I wanted to do where I was going to talk about two things that I saw. And you know what? I think I'll just dedicate them each to their full day, because it just makes no sense to do that. So good morning and happy Monday, everyone. Let's get to my low, my high, my act of kindness. Let's see, what is my low? You know what? I would say that my low is the morning was a bit, for real, I was drowsy all morning. I was. But thankfully I took a pretty solid nap and I felt great. But my high was virtually everything else that happened yesterday. I got to go to church. I went to an Easter party that was a lot of fun. Got to see people I haven't seen in a good while. I got to spend the afternoon and evening with my family. At Easter dinner. It was lovely. My mom made prime rib. Oh, it was so good. Yeah, steak. In case any of you ever wondering what my favorite food of all time is, it's steak. It is. I am definitely if me saying that I was really craving meat every Friday during Lent is any indication, steak is probably my favorite food ever. In terms of what my favorite cut is, yeah, I would say something like a ribeye or a strip or even a filet if I was really, wanting to do something different. But I also grew up in a household where where my father always gave us two options. The two options were nothing and like it. So, again, I'm not very picky in terms of, at least when it comes to beef, I'm not very picky. And my act of kindness was, actually, I got to the party yesterday and they were still setting up for the Easter egg hunt because it kind of rained a lot, so we're all worried that we really wouldn't be able to do anything. But I got there and I helped set everything up. I also got Easter gifts for people. Honestly, it was a pretty great day. Love it. It was a wonderful day, even. So, yeah. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm actually kind of nervous right now. Because today I'm supposed to read One Piece chapter 1179, which I believe is maybe the 12th One Piece manga chapter I've read in 2026. I gotta look that up. Hello, video archives. Okay, let's see. If we can Load what's next, please. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. It's only the 10th One Piece manga chapter of 2026. Okay. The 10th One Piece manga chapter of 2026. Well, that's what I'm reading today. Last week was the 9th. And if you remember, Emu said he was going to leave the Holy Land, which makes me wonder, what is he going to do and where is he going? Oh boy. Here we go. I'm actually quite nervous about what's to happen next. I don't know. Here we go. Without further ado. Stupid pop-up. I don't want to look at that. Okay. Looks like there's going to be a break next week. So, because I don't see a new chapter coming out in 7 days logo. So, looks like there's going to be a breakout to this one. Okay. Now, enough pleasantries. Let me get into position. One Piece chapter 1179. Nirona Emu descends. Oh my god, I'm scared now. Holy cow. Okay. We're about to see some things that are, I'm afraid to press the forward button, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's see here. Okay, looks like Emu is talking with the 5 elders. Great Emu, did I hear that right? Wait, is Emu actually going to Elbath? As whom I can, of course he is. The title of the chapter just gave it away. Okay, like the elders are trying not to convince him not to go. Ooh, that's interesting. It would seem that while Figureland Garling is one of the elders, he's not really included among the other 4. Interesting. Okay. Okay, looks like when Shamrock got back, whatever was going on in the Holy Land settled down. Although, we have no idea what was going on. Okay. It's York. You know what? Because remember, Marie Joie, because of what the Revolutionary Army did, they destroyed their food supply, as well as stopped other ships from delivering them food. And York, being the Vegapunk personality of satellite of greed, you know, she's not happy about this at all, who is under Garling's command. And I love that Garling says, the original Vegapunk was one of the people who went against us, so consider this your penance. I'm like, that's a little cold. I swear though, Figureland Garling, with each appearance I see of him, becomes more and more despicable. Like, you know what? I already know that Neil Kaplan, who is the voice of Madara Uchiha, is going to be the current voice of Figureland Garling in the dub of the anime. I can legit hear Neil Kaplan's voice coming out of Garling's mouth in these panels. That's how That's how talented Neil Kaplan is. Okay, okay, so one of the five elders says, we could send, the Navy Admiral to Elbaf. I'm like, okay, with everything else going on in the world, not a good idea. Or maybe the five elders could go themselves. That's literally what they're saying here. But honestly, considering the last time the five elders, went to Egghead Island, it did not go well. Oh. Emu says, this is no longer a coincidence, Warkri, the one with the very fancy mustache. Arrogance, sloth, detachment, pride, casteth away these things at once. All is preordained. Interesting. We got a bit of a flashback. Rox when he went to the flower room to see Emu. Roger passing away and showing and telling the world about the One Piece existing. Neptune having a daughter, Shirahoshi. Shanks stealing what's now Luffy's devil fruit. One of King Harold. Emu realizing that it was Loki who was in the mists. Why Whitebeard was protecting Luffy. And then there's Blackbeard. Oh, interesting. See, One Piece fans have all seen these scenes before, but never have we seen them from Emu's perspective. Interesting. Okay. The moment when Cobra talked about Lily. Okay. Emu chopping up Teach and Luffy's bounty posters, as well as Shirahoshi's kind of. How he desires Vivi, who's Lily's descendant. Looks like Emu says it all began long before this. I leave the Holy Land to thee. It looks like I like how I like these 5 panels of the elders arguing about the source. We don't have the right to stop the Great One, but still, if Great Emu wishes to leave this castle, no need to say it, we all know. It is by the Great One's design. None of us can leave it. Okay. Where is he going? He's gonna go to Elbaf, isn't he? Okay. So Elbaf. Ha! I love how they're torturing Summers and making fun of the fact that he has a steel heart. Like, nice. I love this one. So if we destroy this steel heart, you won't be able to regenerate, won't you? And then Summers is like, that's funny. And killing him is like dangling his head, his legs, and his torso are dangling in a tree. That's funny. Looks like Goonko is still frozen in the ice. Okay. So, that's interesting. So it seems when Loki uses Ragnar to defreeze someone, they don't die. However, only Ragnar can unfreeze them. Wait. That's it. Okay, for those of you who don't know, back on Punk Hazard, there was like a giant cave that had like frozen giants in them. Presumably the Galley Law giants who first made Pluton. I bet they were frozen by Ragnar, which means Ragnar is the only one who can unfreeze them. Oh, I bet that'd be so cool if that happens. Oh, black lightning is hitting the area. Whoa. Okay, seriously. The magic circle appearing over the castle. This might just be the closest thing we'll ever get to see One Piece imitating Berserk. Because this is it's horrifying. But this is a beautiful panel to look at. Okay. Holy cow, all the houses and all the trees they just took demonic faces and are dancing. This is freaky. It kind of looks like Big Mom's Devil Fruit power because she had the Soul Fruit. And she could take a person's soul and put it in an object, and that like a moving soul as well. Okay. And Emu is now inside the castle. Wait, did Emu just cough up blood? Okay. There's an explosion. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. That's Emu! That is Emu! That's what he looks like? Creator of the world government, one of the first 20, power, the devil's fruit, king of the world, Saint Nerona Emu. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, I'm a One Piece fan. Oh, and now. Okay. You know what? I know it's only early April, but I think this just might be the chapter of the year. For this last page alone, this might be the chapter of the year. And now we gotta wait 2 weeks to see what happens next. Oh, here's the thing. I'm aware the internet was like talking about this, but now that I've seen it for the first time, like, yeah, I know why people are talking about this. Oh, it's gonna be a long 2 weeks. But it's gonna be worth it to see what happens next. I hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm Dory. Home this video for all of you guys watching. Joe for name. Hope you have a wonderful Monday. And remember, if any of you guys want, did I say happy Monday? Oh, happy Monday, folks. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk to us, we're here to let me know always back, take care, and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.